Hey everyone, what's up? I wanted to share my new training split for summer 2025. It's something I've been tweaking based on how my body's been responding and some new research I've been looking into. I'm also sharing my training split along with the reasoning behind how I structured it so you can understand just how important it is to have a program that's tailored to your specific needs. Following a generic workout plan from the internet can be a double-edged sword. It might deliver results, but it could also set you back or lead to imbalances. A customized approach makes all the difference. So here's what it looks like right now. Day 1 is squats and triceps, day 2 back, rear delts and traps, day 3 chest and abs, day 4 hamstrings and biceps, day 5 shoulders and calves. I like pairing one big muscle group with a smaller one. It helps manage fatigue, keeps the session focused, and lets me still push hard across the week without burning out. When it comes to rest days, I listen to my body. Sometimes I train 5 days in a row, then take 1 day or 2 days off, and other times I will rest after just 2 training days. It really depends on my work schedule and how I'm feeling physically and mentally. For example, I'm doing quads and triceps on the same day, which might sound unusual, but here's the thing. Studies show that squats can stimulate a powerful hormonal response. We're talking growth hormone, cortisol, and IGF-1. Various studies support that when you train your leg muscles, the hormones that are produced will also affect the growth of other smaller muscle groups. These hormones play a key role in muscle growth and tissue regeneration, so I thought, why not pair that response with a muscle group I'm really trying to bring up, like the triceps? And honestly, I really enjoy training triceps right after squats and leg extensions. My upper body is still fresh, so I can get in some quality sets and reps. And I'm usually done with the whole session in about 45, maybe 50 minutes. I kick things off with squats, 3 sets, starting with 12 to 15 reps and working my way down to 6 to 8 reps as the weight increases. Starting lighter helps me warm up properly and really focus on quad activation. Squats are a powerful compound movement that not only builds lower body strength but also triggers a strong hormonal response, as mentioned earlier, which is beneficial for overall muscle growth. Next up are leg extensions, where I go for higher reps in the 15 to 20 range. This isolates the quads and gives them a great pump, especially after squats. It's also easier on the joints and perfect for focusing on controlled movement and mind-muscle connection. For triceps, I start with dumbbell skull crushers, an excellent exercise for overall triceps development. Using dumbbells helps address any muscle imbalances between arms and improve stability and control. I follow that with some press downs for 3 solid sets. These are great for hitting the lateral head of the triceps and finishing them off with a strong contraction. Day 2 is all about the posterior chain, back, rear delts and traps. This day feels amazing, especially after a heavy quad session that was previous day. Since I train at home, I have to be smart about exercise selection and the order I do them to keep the workout flow smooth. For example, I go straight into barbell shrugs right after bent over barbell rows. I just add 2 plates and get started. If I were training in a commercial gym, I would probably do barbell rows first and shrugs near the end of the session. I start with heavy barbell rows, performing 3 sets in the 8 to 6 rep range. This is one of the best compound movements for building thickness in the mid and upper back. It also engages the core and posterior chain, making it a great foundational lift. Right after rows, I go straight into a single set of barbell shrugs for 10 reps. I keep this short and intense to hit the traps while the bar is already loaded, keeping the workout flow efficient, like I said before, and shrugs are excellent for developing trap size and improving posture. Next up, seated cable rows, lat pull downs and face pulls. I do 2 sets of 8 reps on both the cable rows and the pull downs. These exercises target the lats and mid-back, helping to build width and depth while also improving muscle control and symmetry. I wrap it up with face pulls, done for higher reps around 15. Face pulls are incredibly effective for targeting the rear delts and the upper traps, and they are essential for shoulder health, especially if you sit a lot or do a lot of pressing movements. This combination hits the back from multiple angles and balances strength, hypertrophy, and joint health. Day 3 is more of a classic chest and abs, straightforward push work with some solid core training. My main focus on this day is building the upper chest, followed by a quick targeted ab workout. Because the upper chest is usually the hardest section to bring up, I start the session by attacking it from two slightly different angles. First comes an incline dumbbell press at about 15 degrees. The shallow incline lets me drive the dumbbells up and in, maximizing stretch and contraction in the clavicular fibers while giving each arm its own line of movement, and this is great for ironing out left to right imbalances. Next, I raise the bench to roughly 30 degrees and switch to a barbell incline press. The steeper angle puts even more emphasis on the upper chest and front delts, and the barbell allows heavier loading for overall strength and mass. To finish the chest work, I move to cable flies. Cables keep constant tension on the pecs, let me choose any angle I need, and flute the muscle with blood for a solid pump, perfect for reinforcing the mind-muscle connection and squeezing out every last fiber. For the core, I pair two complementary moves: candlesticks, which are challenging equipment-free exercise that trains the entire anterior chain while teaching body control and hollow body stability. Then I add weighted crunches, which overload the rectus abdominis, so the six-pack muscles thicken and stand out. None of these choices is random. Each exercise plays a specific role in a bigger plan. Tailoring movements, angles, and loads to your individual goals is what turns a workout into a true program, and that's the philosophy behind everything I share. Let's continue on day 4. We hit hamstrings and biceps. Super fun day, pairing a big group like hamstrings and glutes with a smaller one for a solid session without frying your central nervous system. Hitting all 4 biceps muscles here, the biceps femoris in the hamstrings and the biceps brachii in the arms, along with some low volume direct forearm work. I start with Romanian deadlifts, focusing on heavy controlled reps in the 6-rep range. This is one of the best compound lifts for targeting the glutes and hamstrings. It emphasizes the stretch portion of the movement, which is key for building strength and muscle in the posterior chain. It also helps improve hip hinge mechanics and carries over to other big lifts like deadlifts and squats. Next, I move on to the seated leg curls for more isolated hamstring work. I go lighter in weight here, but train close to muscle failure with 12 to 15 reps. This higher rep range allows me to really hone in on the mind-muscle connection, fully shortening the hamstrings with each rep. Isolation movements like these help build detail and complement the heavy compound work. For biceps, I do 2 sets of barbell curls at around 6 to 8 reps. This is a solid mass builder that lets me overload the biceps brachii with a heavier weight. I follow that with 1 set of dumbbell hammer curls at around 8 reps. Hammer curls are great for hitting the brachialis and brachioradialis, which not only build arm thickness but also support overall arm strength and elbow health. To wrap things up, I include direct forearm work with wrist curls. These are done in the 12 to 15 rep range, which helps build forearm endurance and size and improves grip strength, which is crucial for performance in other lifts. I know this may look like a low volume approach to some, but my goal is quality over quantity. When I know I only have 1 shot at a set, I give it 100%, and I found that 1 truly focused set can be more effective than 3 half-hearted ones. That said, I do gradually increase volume as I move deeper into a training cycle to ensure progression and keep the stimulus fresh. It's all about intelligent programming and knowing when to push harder. And finally, shoulders and calves to round out the week. Shoulders get their own dedicated focus here, and calves, let's be honest, they're always a work in progress, so they get some love too. I'm targeting all the 3 heads of the deltoids in this session. Even though I already trained rear delts on my back day, I've increased the volume for both rear delts and rhomboids to help correct my posture. I spend a lot of time sitting at the desk, and I've noticed my shoulders starting to roll forward again, so I'm working to address those imbalances. I start the session with reverse flies, aiming for 10 to 15 reps per set. This exercise is excellent for targeting the rear delts and rhomboids, which are often undertrained compared to the front delts and chest. Strengthening these muscles not only improves shoulder stability, but also helps correct posture, especially important if you spend a lot of time sitting or working at a desk. After hitting the rear delts, I move on to the lateral raises to work the side delts. To maintain constant tension, I avoid letting my arms drop all the way down to my sides between reps. This keeps the delts engaged throughout the entire set. I perform 2 sets with dumbbells and then 1 additional set on the cables to change up the resistance curve and provide a different type of muscle stimulus. That makes it 3 total sets for lateral raises, which I find effective for overall shoulder width and shape. At the moment, I'm not doing any overhead pressing, mainly because I already include a fair amount of pressing volume during my incline chest work, and this helps me avoid overloading the front delts, which already get a lot of indirect stimulation. I finished the session with seated calf raises, doing 3 sets and gradually reducing the reps from 15 down to 8 as the weight increases. This exercise targets the soleus muscle of the calf, which responds well to higher rep ranges and controlled movement. It's a great way to build lower leg strength and size, especially if done with proper form and full range of motion. Will following my exact program give you results? Maybe, maybe not. The truth is, I built this split based on my current situation and personal goals. If you're looking for a plan that's tailored specifically to you, I offer custom training and meal plans through my online DM fitness coaching. You can even try it free for 7 days, and if you cancel during the trial, you won't be charged a single cent. So no strings attached. This split has been working great for me. I feel recovered, I'm seeing progress, and I can stay consistent even with a busy schedule. Plus, it keeps things fresh throughout the week. Drop a comment if you have questions or if you've been trying a different training split this summer. I would love to hear what's working for you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.